Good afternoon, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today I have Cherell Evans on my channel today. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good.
All right. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Muskegon, Michigan. I moved to South Carolina 10 years ago. It doesn't seem that long at all. But I started writing in 2017. I published my first book called The Wrong Kind of Love Defined by God. And this is my biography of dealing with toxic relationships, mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. So that's my story with that one.
Okay.
And I started my second book in 2018, Cast Down, God is Pleased. No, God Remembers You. God is Pleased is a new one.
Okay. What is your genre?
Christian fiction.
Okay. Tell us about your writing journey.
When I first started writing, at first I was like, I don't have anything to write about. But I was talking to, I was an internship with her. Her name is Natasha Toddy Weston. And she was like, you got a story, you should write about it. I said, I don't got no story. Don't nobody want to hear nothing I got to say. So eventually I ended up writing a book, and it turned out pretty well. And after that, I was like, I'm not going to write no more. I don't have nothing else to write about. I'm done. I'm good. But God started working on me. He gave me some more books to write, and now I'm on my third book. So I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, let's talk about your books now. Tell us about each one of your books, and you can read a snippet from some.
Okay, I'm gonna read a snippet from Cast Down, God Remembers You. This is also dealing with domestic violence. This is chapter 2, it's Sabrina's Prayers. Sabrina sat in a tub of Epsom salt, trying to get the aches and pains out of her body before church. She really didn't feel like going because she was really stiff. Over the past 2 years, she has learned to buy it in bulk for when Max has his bad days. They have been married for 5 years, and it seems they get worse every year. It's getting harder to hide her bruises. Although Max never hits her in the face, she makes sure to cover that part, and she buys long, baggy clothes. Sabrina is 5'9", long black curly hair, brown eyes, and a beautiful smile. She has the shape of Gabrielle Union with long legs, D-cup breasts with just the right amount of butt that would make her clothes fit just right. She doesn't wear makeup or form-fitting clothes, and she never shows her skin. It's not that she doesn't have any style, it's just that Max tells her that she is his and no man should see what she has at home. He's not a Muslim, but he seems to try to adopt some of their ways. To some extent, she agrees, but she still misses her long strapless sundresses and flip-flops. She only owns one pair of open-toe shoes. It's too sexy, Max says. A gift from a friend many years ago she keeps hidden in the back of her closet. Every Sunday morning she goes through this routine. She soaks and prays to God to give her a sign, some help on anything that will reassure her that he won't be mad at her if he leaves Max. Sabrina was raised in the church, and she was taught that marriage is forever. The only way out is adultery or death. So she stays, prays, and soaks in Epsom salt week after week.
Wow. Where do you get your story ideas from?
I have to say God. In my imagination, I try to write about real experiences that people actually go through and how God brings them out. So all of my books are, so far, they have angels in them that come in and help you, whether you know it's an angel or not. the reader knows it's an angel, but the actual character doesn't know. So it's a pretty good experience. I like to believe we entertain angels every day, and they are working in the spirit realm for us daily.
Tell us about your publishing journey.
My publishing journey started with my first book. Brandy Hunt actually showed me how to put my book on Amazon. And after that, I kind of just took off with it. And I'm still learning some more stuff, but I did actually just start a publishing company called Ace Publishing, Acknowledging Christ through editorials. So everything I publish has to do with God and getting the word of God out, because everybody does not go to church. And some people will pick up a book and read it like it's a regular book, but it also have word in it that you can get healing from.
Okay. And what are you working on right now?
I just finished part 2 for Cast Down. It's called Cast Down, God is Pleased with You. And it talks about a woman that has been through some things, but she has everything. She's a millionaire, but she has low self-esteem. So she doesn't quite love herself because of things that have happened in the past. She went through a traumatic experience. Although it ended up being a blessing to her, it hurts her, and she has anxiety about certain things. So she has to go through a few obstacles to get through that and try to find love.
Wow. What has been your greatest accomplishment as an author thus far?
I would have to say stepping out on faith and actually starting a publishing company. Because at first I was like, I don't want to publish anybody's books. I just want to write. But I kept having people come ask me. They was like, can you help me publish my book? Can you help me publish my book? And I was like, I'll tell you how to do it. But God was like, no, you have to publish. You have to do it because that's what you're supposed to do. So that's my greatest accomplishment. I actually have 3 authors that I'll be publishing this year. So I'm excited. That's my greatest accomplishment.
Okay. What about your family support? Do your family read your books?
Yeah, they read them. My older sister actually helped me proofread my newest book, which is kind of why it took so long to come out. But they definitely support. They always buy my books. They share sometimes. Of course, you know, us as artists, we like, can you do a little bit more? But you know, they support. They're very happy and proud of me.
And how do you feel about reviews, whether they're good or bad?
I think reviews, whether they're good, is always great. If they're bad, it's just because I look at it like everybody is not your audience. So everybody's not going to like your book. I've read a few books that I didn't really care about, but it is what it is. I don't know. You can't change people's opinions, but it's not easy for someone to write something and put it out there and someone not like it. Of course, it might hurt a little bit, but you got to keep going.
What inspires you to write?
God, I was always in this place where, not always, I ain't gonna say always, I've come to a place where I felt like I didn't want to do something and it didn't have a meaning or a purpose. So I have to say that it comes from God. I have to give him back glory and give him back what he gave me. He gave me a gift to write that I didn't know I had until I moved here. And my way of giving it back to him is writing for him.
What do you do when you're not writing?
Read. I try to read books or spend time with my family as much as possible. I help my mom out. That's pretty much it. And go to church. Church, read, and family.
What's your genre that you're reading?
I read I'm trying to find a lot of more Christian novels. I haven't really come across a lot of them. But what made me actually start writing Christian fiction was because I used to read, well, I still sometimes read paranormal books. And I was like, this can't good for my spirit. Sometimes I can't keep reading things. So I was like, let me write my own books. So I actually started writing Christian fiction, what made me start getting into that.
Okay. Where can readers find you and your books?
I am on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. I also have a website at acepublishing.org. And right now, my new book, Cast Down God is Pleased, is available on that website only in ebook form. I just released it this morning. And so I'm excited about that. The print book will be available in Barnes and Noble and Amazon in a couple weeks. So.
And what's your other two books?
The new one that I just started is part 3. I was actually typing it before we got on the live. It's called Cast Down, I Am Forgiven. Before that one is the new one, Cast Down, God is Pleased. And then Cast Down, God Remembers You, which is the first one of the series. And then
hold it up again. Let me get to see it. Okay. And the first one, you say it?
It is The Wrong Kind of Love Defined by God.
And can you talk about that cover?
This cover is remade from my experience when I had got into a fight with the father of my kids. So I wanted to be looking at myself with the person I know I'm supposed to be versus the person I am at that moment.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's how I got that cover.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add before we close?
I just want to encourage people to don't stray away from God, even though when things get hard and you may have issues with family, friends, your past hurts. If you follow God and look to Him, everything will turn out all right.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. Well, I want to thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Oh, one more thing. I'm so sorry. I am currently giving away free Bibles. So if you guys know anybody, any churches or just anybody that need a Bible, I have 2 versions. It's the large print King James and also the Holy Bible Kids version. I have 54 of these that I'm going to give away for free. So if you know anybody that needs one, let me know.
Yes. Right. Thank you so much. Again, this is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading. Bye, y'all.